In this video, we have 10, 30, 60, 130, $170 of LEGO sets to open. First, we have Jay's Mech Battle Pack. This set is super awesome. We have this cool Kai boxer on the side, and it comes with a total of 4 minifigures only for 10 bucks. So, let's build it. This mech has knee articulation, leg articulation, waist articulation, arm articulation, and elbow articulation. And you can just see your minifigure inside. It has a stud shooter with studs that you're gonna lose right after using, and it comes with this pretty cool sword. However, when you compare this to other $10 mech builds, this feels a bit lackluster. But 2 extra minifigures definitely makes that up. Jay actually happens to be exclusive to the set, but I really wish they threw in a golden armor piece with the set. The reason they didn't is because it doesn't fit in the mech, but I don't have golden armor pieces, so I really need this. Next up is the Lloyd minifigure, who also happens to be exclusive up until this book releases. One thing really special about this minifigure is the hairpiece, because if you look at the old one and the new one, you could tell that the hairpiece has a different colored headband, which is just super cool to get. Next up is the Wolf Mask Warrior, definitely an interesting villain with some good molding and prints. This mask was made pretty nicely and looks very fun. And these minifigures also have some really cool head printing. On the other side, you can see that their head is glowing. All in all, I think this is very cool, but that's not it. We also have this guy who has the same exact head print and also looks great. Now, this new Ninjago set is labeled as a battle pack. A battle pack usually has a ton of minifigures to army build, and LEGO makes a ton of these for Star Wars, so a lot of Star Wars fans do this.
In this video, I have over 1,800 LEGO Clone Trooper minifigures, and it's insane how much credit card debt I'm in.
However, if you army built a LEGO set like this, you're going to end up getting more Jays and Lloyds than you actually need. Usually, battle packs have an army buildable vehicle, so instead of having a J mech, I have this mech. This is an actual battle pack, the battle pack we actually needed. Next set we have is Kai's Elemental Fire Mech. For just $30, this is such a good deal. Now, this Kai mech is supposed to be one of the most posable mechs in LEGO history. Let's test this thing to see what it can actually do. First up, the sitting test. And it's able to sit pretty easily. For test 2, I tried a shielding action pose and it worked. For test 3, I tried the splits and I think he can do it. For test 4, I tried the push-ups and his legs aren't letting him lie down like that. So the closest to a push-up I can come to would be this, but I don't think that really works. Another thing I tried to do was lunge, and I'm pretty sure the knee restricts that. Along with Kai mech, we actually get this scrappy mech sort of thing. It's just there, it doesn't really do much, but it sort of can do those push-ups. Overall, I don't think it's that great of a build, but it's definitely appreciated compared to nothing. And who doesn't love a villain vehicle? Like, we need more villain vehicles in Ninjago. Also, another thing I found out is if you take the back of this Kai mech and the back of this J mech, add maybe a plate or like a few plates or a brick at the back of it, then you can stick it onto the Kai mech. So it's a cool way to, like, you know, have one mech hold up the other. For the Kai minifigure, I'm still pretty mad that we didn't get the armor because I don't have it. The Jordana minifigure looks great, and I got this Hakai minifigure in the Marvel CMFs, and it does come with a bow and arrow, which looks great on Zane. The next set we have here is Eald's Master Dragon, and okay, this was a bit of a weird set. Like, for a dragon, I think I overpaid for this a little. However, this happens to be my first LEGO dragon, so I can't really talk. If you want to know how big this guy is, he's as big as my Dragon's Rising poster. But we're gonna bench him for a minute because we need to talk about the minifigures. Why? I have like 3 Soras already, and she released like 6 months ago. I don't think I really need another Sora. However, this is my first Grizzly Bear. Like, Lord Raz is absolutely perfect. Now, I didn't really like the head mold, but I'm sort of getting used to it. It's growing on me, and I kind of like it. His outfit is also perfect. All in all, I think this minifigure is great. Definitely a beauty. Along with this minifigure, there's also Cinder, who's another amazing character. He's the new Master of Smoke, and they went with it. They added a twitchy Tim hair, which I really want, and they actually gave him this really cool expression. On this head, you can see it's transparent, which shows him like turning into smoke. Definitely something amazing. I love these minifigures. Best villain duo yet. Lloyd and Nia are a bit more in the questionable side. I just don't really like, I sort of like these, and I think they just have to grow on me. One thing I noticed about these Lloyd Dragons Rising minifigures is they mess up the head print like every time. So for example, on this minifigure, you can see that the head print is a little bit shifted, like with the mouth, and then this head print looks about perfect. I think that they did that one well, and then this one has like long eyes and a far off mouth. Overall, I think these figures are okay. They could be better in some cases, but I guess they just really have to grow on me. Also for the Nia legs, looks the exact same as the Samurai one, or have a really similar scheme to it, but you know, hey, these will grow on me. Here we have the Melon and the Gong of Shattering. I don't really know much about them, so Eagle, like I said before, he's my first dragon, so I don't know if I can really judge this guy. He does have a cool head. I love the build, like the molds are amazing, and his mouth opens and closes very nicely. Here we do have a Master Wu hat, and well, that's Eagle bald for you. But this guy doesn't like have any meat on him. He's so bare, like his body is so small, like he's almost like a stick. So I don't know, I just feel like I overpaid for him a little, but the wings sort of make up for that. It makes him look big, and I do like that. But I do have to give the Ninjago designers a point here. Adding a sword for him to put on his tail is just so fun. The last set we have for today happens to be the Cole's Mech Lego set. Now this set is a pretty cool set. It's like a smaller mech with a lot of different posability, just like Kai's. It's just smaller, and it isn't as well cleared up. Now it does have these cool golden arms, and the lava spitting out of this thing looks amazing. I really do love this, and I think it looks awesome. It has a great hammer, which is a pretty cool build on Lego's part. Its fingers aren't that great. It's not as good as the actual original Kai mech. It's all clumped together, and all in all, this looks like a pretty good mech, and I enjoyed the build. In this set, we got a Cole minifigure, which I think does look good. Wish we got that golden armor, and then we got that other army guy. Before we finish this video, I want to do a full ranking. The Master Lloyd minifigure is cool, but it's not that interesting to me. It doesn't really work out very well. Zane's ninja outfit doesn't really contrast with his head, so I don't really like it. The army guys, being this guy as well as the other guy, don't look too crazy, even though they're new molds and things. Next up is Jordana, who's definitely a cool figure, just not cool enough. Nia is a great figure too, it's just it feels not as new. Jay is a cool fig, but some of the colors just don't really work. Cole is a pretty awesome fig, and I think everything works well with him. Lloyd is also a really good figure. I really like how everything works with him. It looks really nice, even though we're using bright green instead of dark green. Kai looks amazing. And in the top two, we have Lord Roz and then Cinder, for reasons I think you guys already heard from before. They are both some really good figures. But that's it for this video. Bye.